strut tower bar here that came on the car. It's got a lot of rust on it. I'm gonna pull it apart, basically just take a wire brush, try to rub some of this rust off of here, and then sand this bar down. It's got tons of oxidation on it. I'm gonna try to get all that off and then use some of this Mother's Mag and aluminum polish to get it polished. We'll see how it turns out. So with this 1000 grit, I've got some imperfections in this bar, so I'm really just trying to sand some of these scratches out of it, and then I'll move up to 1500 and try to get these 1000 grit scratches out of here. You can definitely see the difference in this side here that I have not done, and then the side that I have sanded with 1000 grit. It's much smoother and shinier. Okay, I just finished with 2000 grit. It's still got all the water on it. I'm gonna wipe it off, let you see what it looks like. It's still very cloudy, but it does look very consistent in silver. Once we use the Mother's Mag and aluminum polish, it'll really bring the shine out. It should look similar to the chromed end caps here, the stainless end caps or the threaded part. So let's see what it looks like. Alright, so I'm going to use a cotton cloth here. It's a little more abrasive than a microfiber. You're supposed to use cotton. So I'm going to get a little bit of this polish here, not a whole lot. Kind of rub it in a little bit. You really want to kind of just let it be a little bit dry and just rub the surface. If you see it black, you know it's doing its job. I'm going to do a little test area here just to show you, and then I'm going to finish it all off. You can already see it darkening up, shining up. So once you start getting closer to what you want, you can actually move it to kind of buff it off. And now that it buffs off, you can really see the shine. It's a whole lot different than this here. Kind of a matte finish, just almost looks like it's painted silver. Okay, now that I've got the bar polished up, it looks really good compared to what it did look like. I did polish these guys up here. They look really good. I'm just going to reuse those. I need to clean these brackets up, and I'm going to throw a coat of chassis paint on them because they will rust up again if I don't clean them up and throw a coat of paint. Just going to use some alcohol here, wipe them off, make sure all the grease and oil is off of there. I did spray these off with some, I guess it was PV Blaster before I took it apart to help break up some of that rust. So I'm going to make sure all that oil is off of here because that paint will not stick if it is. Well, it is raining outside, so I'm going to do it right here in the doorway so the overspray goes outside. But here's that paint I'm using. It's just a generic chassis and grill paint. It works really well for what I've put it on so far, so I see no reason why it won't work well for these, especially just being under the engine bay. It won't see a lot of road grime and moisture. Alright, so we'll let that coat dry and then we'll flip them over. Well, that rain was definitely splashing in on the box, so I had to move it in a little bit. I used the heat gun to dry them off. So I'm gonna flip them over and spray the tops now. Okay, I let these brackets dry for a little while, so let's put this thing together and get this on the car. I know this thing was only probably a $10 eBay strut tower bar, but it did come on the car, and it did look like it could be restored, and so I hate seeing something go to waste. So I just took a little bit of time and got this thing cleaned up, and I have a feeling it's gonna really clean the engine bay up a little bit more. So let's get this thing put together.